I have two special guests joining us. First up, let me say good evening to Lieutenant General KJS Dhillon. He needs no introduction. He's a formidable gentleman. And I must tell our viewers, he's witnessed the Pulwama attack. He's also seen what happened post the Balakot strike. And he was also in Jammu and Kashmir when you had the abrogation of Article 370. So that is the kind of experience and nuance that he'll bring to this conversation. Dhillon sir, thank you so much for your time and for speaking to us here on NDTV. I want to know from you that we've heard some very straight comments coming in, first from the Prime Minister, now from the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who says, chun chun kar badla lenge. What is your reading, your assessment of what possibly could happen?
Thank you, Dipti, and good evening to you and to all your viewers. See, Prime Minister and Home Minister statements are indicative of the resolve of the government, the resoluteness of the government, and governments and militaries don't act in haste. Governments and militaries don't act on emotions. And now that since such a strong statement has come from the top leadership of the country, there will have to be a lot of coordination which will be done. Unlike Uri and Balakot, where Uri was only an army operation and Balakot was an air force operation. This time around, it's going to be a whole-of-nation approach to include military options, diplomatic options, political and economic options, as also the options which we don't talk about most of the times. Diplomatic option, some things have already come on the table in terms of Indus Water Treaty, pruning down of embassies, calling back of defense attaches, and some visa stringent actions. So be patient. As of now, you see what is there in the open media. Every day the meetings are happening. Every day somebody is going and briefing other person. So it will happen, and it will happen at the time and place of India's choosing. When I say time, so it could be 9 days, it could be 10 days, it could be 20 days, and place where we want it to hurt the Pakistan most, bleed the Pakistan most, that is going to be our place of choosing.
Okay, interesting. So I think in your answer, you hold a lot of hints to what possibly could happen. But tell me another thing, sir. When you are looking at the entire situation, there is obviously the fact that you will have to deal with questions of whether this was an intel failure, whether the agencies could have prevented an attack as dastardly as this. But then there are also concerns of what Pakistan has been doing. And, has Pakistan also been trying to mount an offensive? And how is our response right now looking up? How do you read into both of these things together?
Dipti, if you look at it, we can talk about intelligence failure and security failure are a subject in itself. Yes, security lapse, definitely, because in the Baisaran Valley, there was not a single policeman as per the reports available on media. And when you have 200, 500, 1,000 tourists at a place which is 40 minutes walk away from the road, you definitely have to give them the confidence and the local protection. I leave it at that. I'm very sure somebody is looking at it. Now, coming to the point which you are making, do we have to go alone or do we have to make a sort of a coalition? Today, the world is plagued by two things and everyone is worried about this. One is the Islamic terror. It may not be touching few countries today, but if we don't nip it in the bud now, it will touch those countries also after a few years. And second is the fear of nuclear assets falling in the hands of irresponsible people. Even today, we don't know who is actually in control of Pakistan. The military controls everything. There is a prime minister, so to say, who is there, and there is another gentleman in the jail who is supposed to be the most popular political leader, but he is in jail. And then till few days ago, no one knew who is the defense minister of Pakistan. Suddenly, the defense minister has come to the forefront, and the chief of army staff, after making that nonsense of a comment about Hindus and Muslims and Kashmir being a jugular vein, has gone into the hiding. No one has seen Asim Manur for the last 9 days. So we need to take the world along. We need to take the democracies along. And why they all will align with us is, we are the largest democracy. It's easier to do business with the democracies. We are the 5th largest economy, going to be 3rd. People want to align with the economies who are doing well and not with Pakistan. If you align with it, it will start begging. And we are also 1/6 of the world in population or as a market. So anyone who is producing anything, even a needle, needs a market to sell it, and India is there. And in comparison to this, Pakistan is anywhere the terrorism happens, the dots get joined to Pakistan. It's a nuclear state which is very, very dangerous place. The economy is in doldrums, the diplomacy is in doldrums, the politics, lesser said the better, and the military is absolutely corrupt, and the country is now questioning the military. So it is good to take countries along. We are a democratic country. We must obey the world order, unlike Pakistan. But we will strike at the time and place of our own choosing. The quantum and the quality of strike will be also of our own choosing. And this time, my understanding is we're going to hit at the terror factory base. That is the Pakistan military.
We were looking at a lot of these images of the ceasefire violations that have continued unabated since April the 22nd. That is also a story that Pakistan does not want to talk about. And also, Dhillon, as we were having this conversation, there was another graphic going in of the might of both India and Pakistan. And again, clearly the numbers will give us the story. But tell me something. There has been a lot of conversation about these non-state actors, these so-called non-state actors in Pakistan. But is it time now to hit at perhaps the jugular vein of Pakistan, the deep state, Rawalpindi there, the ISI? Because isn't that deep state behind what we have seen in Pakistan so far?
Dipti, non-state actors, we've seen Hizbul Mujahideen, Harkat al-Ansar, Tehreek this and Tehreek that, the Lashkar-e-Toiba, the Resistance Front, the Jaish-e-Mohammed, all these are creations of Pakistan ISI and Pakistan military. Today they are with some other name, tomorrow they will come with some other name. And within Pakistan, they are supposed to be doing some social work, there's a front. So we need to just forget about these things. Moment we hit the Pakistan military, their support and their funding would cease. And we have the wherewithal to talk in the military parlance. We are a much bigger, military force as compared to Pakistan. And the most important thing is there's something called war fighting stamina of a country vis-a-vis the other country. Our war fighting stamina is much higher than Pakistan's war fighting stamina when we are fighting each other. We can amass the numbers which are much more in ratio at the time and place of our own choosing. Pakistan is now stretched from Afghanistan border to Iran border to Gilgit-Baltistan, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Baluch Liberation Army, Sindh province, Cholistan Desert fiasco. So they are spread all along. Their economy is down, their military is down, their military is stretched. Right moment to strike. Right moment to strike. And as the escalation ladder keeps going up, their war fighting stamina will continue to reduce with every escalation. And it would become easier for India because we can sustain ourselves for a longer duration militarily. And of course, diplomatic effort, military, economic effort, and political effort are going to be in conjunction with the military option.